The card has been swiped. Officially broke again.
So what's your confession?
I have not paid any of my debts for about 10 years.
If there's a bill that you want to put on hold until you can pay it, put it in the freezer.
All right, it's a bit of a different one today. There are no car loans, but it's just as bad, maybe worse. Because this video makes buying a high-interest Hellcat look like a responsible choice. Before we get into it, if you could, please hit that like button and drop a comment. It really helps the video out. And if you're new, please consider subscribing.
We recently bought a house and we just got a call from Rolex. And everybody knows that when Rolex calls, you answer because they'll never call again. So now we're on our way to go pick up the watch that has been in our registry for a few years now. And I wanted to bring you guys with me.
It's really strange to me that people want to record this type of content, if you can even call it content. I understand talking about debt and how you got into it, recording the process of trying to get out of it, but they clearly know they're making a bad decision. And instead of keeping it private, they want to share it with everybody. I guess that's what people want to see. Most people would rather watch a train wreck than a sunset. Lucky for me, or I'd be out of a job.
So which watch do you have?
The Ruby.
What watch are we getting?
The Explorer 2, white dial.
We have a 2:45 appointment time, so we're actually walking over right now. The card has been swiped. Officially broke again.
My pleasure.
That's it. We got it. Thanks for coming along with us. Okay, bye.
They are officially broke again. It sounds like she thinks they spent their money. Like the credit limit was the same as a savings account. It's not. If that card had a zero balance to begin with, they would have already been broke. Charging a Rolex to it only put them further into debt, but credit can make you think that way. Knowing you have 10 or 20 grand of available credit can trick you into thinking you have money. Because if something comes up, you can just swipe. Of course, most people use credit because they don't have money, and we all know how that goes. Eventually, you can't keep up with the payments.
One reason I love being on vacation is because money isn't real. It's so crazy. It's like whatever money I spend here is only money that exists here. You know? Like I was thirsty earlier and I got a lemonade and it was awful. So I took one sip of it and I tossed it.
I really don't take vacations, but the longer I put these videos together, the more I think I need one. The last one I was in my 20s and I went to Cuba. I was broke at the time, living paycheck to paycheck, but I did manage to pay cash. Back then you could get an all-inclusive trip for around $1,000. But when I was there, like she said, money didn't feel real. It didn't look real either. You're in another part of the world, you're not thinking about your bills or saving, so it's really easy to overspend. By the time I got home, I had spent double what the trip originally cost.
And the first day that I got here, I just wanted a sweatshirt that said Edinburgh, Scotland. So I went into one of those like gift shops and I bought the biggest one that I could find. Didn't try it on or anything. I did try it on when I got like home and it's perfect, by the way, but it's not the point. And then at dinner last night, I couldn't decide between a couple of things, so I got two. Why not? I miss money bags here. It's literally like Monopoly money. And when I get home, it's something I'll have to deal with then, but not now. Not while I'm rich in Scotland.
And you will have to deal with it, especially if you charged it. The memories fade pretty quickly and then you're wondering why you spent all that money. At least that's how it was for me. It was nice to see another part of the world, but it's definitely something I regret now. Because I could have used that money for something that actually improved my life. Instead it went to enjoying life and living in the moment. At the time I was thinking you only live once. The last thing I was thinking about was the future. I can look back now and see how stupid that way of thinking was.
So what's your confession?
I have not paid any of my debts for about 10 years. I owe a lot of money to Capital One. I stopped paying it. I have a bad credit score, but also nothing's happened. I owed about $10,000 to Capital One on a credit card that I started when I was 18. Working hard.
Don't give 18-year-olds credit cards.
First of all,
it's going to happen every time.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen every time. There are plenty of young people who understand basic math and how interest works. You just don't see them as much on social media. Most people don't want to watch someone make good financial decisions. That doesn't get nearly as much attention. They want to see the bad ones.
That's the stupidest thing in the world that they even gave me credit. But I built, and I was doing really good at it. And then one day I started stand-up comedy and stopped paying it.
Other red flag for a bank, do not give a stand-up comedian a credit card.
The credit fell off my credit score after about 5 or 7 years. It doesn't even affect my credit score, so everyone should stop paying their credit cards right now.
Because that's not a real thing.
It's made up money. It's not backed by anything. It's literally pretend.
Wait, so how many lines of credit are we talking?
I had a credit card. I had two personal loans and a car loan, and I just one day stopped all of it.
It's funny that people say money isn't real. It was real when you agreed to borrow it, and it was real when you spent it. But when it comes to paying it back, that's when it's not real. It's a very convenient way of thinking when it comes to debt.
Or do you just want like the clock to like run out on all of this and you just
Yeah, it
all
already
forget it?
has. Like it fell
Oh,
off
you're
my
wasting
credit
our
score.
time. You're not even a criminal anymore.
I'm not even, yeah, I guess I'm not. I'm free. I got another credit card recently,
Oh,
and then I
okay.
stopped paying that one too.
Yeah, 'cause
so
you
I
know
just gotta
ball.
wait that one out. Yeah.
You
I'm
know
like,
ball now.
Well, they're also dumb enough to give me another one again.
Yeah, at some point it's on them.
I mean, if money's backed by nothing, then
It doesn't.
then
It's just a number.
It's just a number. So, yeah, get a credit card. Don't pay it. Oh, also medical debt. Don't pay that. I have a lot of medical debt. Not a lot. I was in one car accident and I just didn't pay that. And it's not, what are they going to take my knees away?
Yeah, they're gonna repo your kneecaps. You're single-handedly gonna break the bank.
I hope so.
They make it sound easy. Just borrow the money, don't pay it back, and wait for it to fall off your credit report. I'm sure that works out for some people, but not for everyone. Some people get sued and end up with their wages being garnished. And something like that can limit your options for years. Waiting 7 years for something to fall off your credit can stop you from buying a home. It can even make it harder to rent an apartment, but they aren't going to talk about that part. What's crazy is she's doing it again. Almost like the plan was to not pay it back. If you're borrowing money with no intention of repaying it, that starts getting into fraud territory.
Oh my God, are y'all paying attention to what's going on? Like, I just seen multiple videos on my timeline of people have stopped paying their bills. They said that, times are so hard, and if the government ain't got to pay their bills, we shouldn't have to pay our bills either.
There's a point you get to when you're deep in debt where the dumbest things start sounding like they make sense. Not paying it back is probably number one. Running away from it isn't a solution. If you really can't pay it back, there's always bankruptcy. I'm not saying that's a good idea, but it's a legal way to deal with the debt you can't repay. Then the creditors don't have to keep chasing you down, and you can focus on moving forward instead of wondering and worrying.
So they're literally, one comment said that she works for a major bank, and I want to say she said 35% of people who got mortgage loans are not paying their mortgage, and the banks don't know what to do. People have stopped paying their bills. Like, it's a no bill paying trend out right now, y'all, where they like, come on, join me, stop paying your bills. Y'all not scared? I mean, when you already, if you ain't got it, you just ain't got it.
They want you to join them in not paying your bills, because it feels a lot better when everyone fails together. They don't want to screw up their life alone while other people are getting ahead. When you're in debt and struggling, it can feel better knowing other people are in the same spot. It almost makes it feel like maybe it's not your fault, even when it probably is. Putting videos like that online isn't just irresponsible, it's dangerous. There are people who actually get their financial information from TikTok. And if they follow advice like that, they can do some serious damage to their finances.
So the way I heard of how to do this was simply just put, if somebody's bothering you, put their name in the freezer. If there's a bill that you want to put on hold until you can pay it, put it in the freezer. But me being extra, I added my own little twist to it. So what I did was I got a Ziploc bag, a regular old Ziploc bag. I filled the bag with water. I've done it a few different times with different bills. Sometimes I put different herbs in it, like domination herbs or like,
This is the first time I've ever heard of putting your bills in your freezer. I'm old school, I put food in mine, but what do I know? Now, I'm not making fun of her looks, but I see quite a few people online with the dyed hair and the septum ring. And when they start talking, it makes absolutely no sense.
or like herbs for like protection or herbs for like, that are good to use as an offering for your ancestors, stuff like that. And sometimes I just put the water in there by itself. I'll put a little bit of Florida water in there too. And the most recent one I did, I actually put pepper in there for extra protection, like fiery protection. And then I would fold the notice, the eviction notice or the bill, fold it away from me, and then turn it counterclockwise and fold it away from me, and keep turning it and folding it away from me until it's super, super small, until you can't fold it.
An eviction notice goes in the freezer after it's well seasoned. And that's supposed to do what? How can anyone think that's going to make the problem go away? I watch a lot of news. It's almost all I watch. There is a real mental health crisis going on these days, and for some reason it's celebrated. Years ago, if someone was putting their bills in the freezer and talking like this, they probably would have been taken to a hospital for an assessment and gotten the help they needed. Instead, you have someone making bad decisions, posting about it online, and messing up their finances and future over something that makes absolutely no sense.
And while I'm folding it, I also spit on it, because spitting on something is like dominating it, controlling it. So just to say, like, I'm the one in control here, I would spit on it in between a couple of the turns. So let's say like I turn it 3 times, spit on it, turn it a few more times, spit on it, turn it a few more times until I can't turn it no more. And then once I was done with that, I would put it in the Ziploc bag full of just plain old water. And I, like, for example, for my eviction notice, I wrote on top of the Ziploc bag, and choose a specific color, like red for like dominance. Brown is, I think, for road opening, brown and orange. So, you know, you could do that. Just pick a color. I feel like personally red is the best, but I just love red. I'm a very fiery person. But anyway, I wrote on the Ziploc bag, I'm not getting evicted, put it in the freezer, and left it alone. And just knew in my heart, they not finna evict me out of nothing. Because, to be honest, black people especially, we built this shit. We own this land. We should be living here for free. So how you gonna charge me to live on some shit that my people built?
She can spit on the eviction notice all she wants. She can put it in a Ziploc bag, even double bag it. It's not going to do a thing. You would think if you got an eviction notice, your mind would go to bringing in more money, trying to work more hours, things that could actually stop you from becoming homeless. But instead, it's avoiding any type of hard work or difficult choices. I think we all know how this is going to work out for her. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts, and please consider subscribing.